welcome back, and I'm going for a big build this afternoon. This is the Ninjago series, Temple of the Endless Sea. Set number is 71755, retails in the UK for £89.99 and it has 1060 pieces. That's about 8p per piece, and as you can see here, you see, there you can see, we've got 7 figures, 3 Ninjago warriors, 4 Mare guards and Prince Kalmar perhaps. We'll find out when we turn it up to this side. So shows here we've got Energy Naya, we've got Scuba Kai, Prince Benthamar, but he's on the red bit, so he must be a good guy because he's been put with these. And then we've got Glutinous, 2 Mare guards and Prince Kalmar there. And the 1x1 is the coin that they're going for. I already have one of those coins. So that tells you who everybody is. I'm hoping the Energy Naya is as cool as the one from the Water Dragon, but we'll find out when I come to build them. Pretty artwork. And then on the back of the box it gives you a clearer layout of the set, because this is the set without any concept art. Prince Kalmar, we already know what he looks like with his Ursula legs. Glutinous appears to be very reminiscent of the spider in Wild Wild West. Odd. And then we've got the Mare guards there. And yeah, Energy Naya is the cool one from the Water Dragon, which is good news for me because I love that one. And what was he called? Prince Benthamar does seem to be in a bit of an altercation with him, so I'm going to say he's definitely a good guy. Got a little sub figure. Again, it's got that awesome, almost steampunk moulded piece, which I'm a big fan of. But the temple itself appears to be sort of 4 buildings. You've got a tower here, you've got this little bit with a oyster and pearl, you've got the main temple in the centre, and you've got a little room here, and then of course you've got the giant dragon statue. And it's this that made me really want the set. As we've already discussed, I have a major issue with Ninjago dragons and Ninjago mechs, but the dragons more so. So the only reason I've spun it round is the tape's not as tight at that end, so it was a nice easy snip. Bit of creasing on the box, although I keep my boxes, that doesn't bother me. Make sure I've got everything out. So pop him down there. Nice big chunky A4 book in a plastic bag. Oh, 2 books and ubiquitous stickers, people. So let's see how many bags they split 1060 pieces into, shall we? One day I'll be doing this and discover I'm the bag misses. I know they have good quality control, but the law of averages says it has to happen. Well, I've got 9 bags and I suspect one has burst because I've got this little 2x6 tile plate just randomly in there, and it's brown, so it isn't one of mine. If it was a black, I would have thought it was one of mine, because I have a few of those out for putting the minifigs on to display. So that's the Sheet of Doom. That's our sticker sheet. Actually doesn't look too bad for the size of the set. There's only 17 stickers. So that's not too bad at all. So book 1 is quite thin. And book 1, so where you start is actually building the best bit. So I think I might reverse build this and start with book 2. So you've got a couple of the figures, the submarine, the little oyster temple build, and then this dragon statue. I think I might leave this one till last, just purely because that is the bit I am looking forward to perhaps the most. So it steps you all the way through. Yeah. Yeah, he's impressive. And then, oops, naughty. And then book 2, please be bags 4 to 9. Bags 4 to 9 is the main temple buildings, the little manta rays chucked in there as well. And again, steps you through all the individual builds that go together to make temple. And back to all this stuff. So that's shows you how the missile system works. You've got a little artist's interpretation there with all the figures around it. Lego rebuild the world. How much do I wish I had those minifigs, the fox and the chicken. And then your part list is actually 3 pages. Orange brick separator. Not the happiest about that, because no. Wanted a teal one. And then on the back, nearly missed that. On the back of the book, you've got the advert for other ones in the range, and these are all the water themed ones. So you've got that one, which is like an underwater bike thing. Water dragon. Love me, the water dragon. You've got the hydro bounty. It's cool, but no, it's not really me. This one, which is the Temple of the Endless Sea. And then you've got Lloyd's underwater mech guy. It is only a cheap set, but compared to the other mechs, not a big fan. It just makes me wonder. Oh, and the back of book 1 is the Lego feedback thing. So there we go. That is Temple of the Endless Sea. 1060 pieces. So I reckon this is going to take me a good 3, maybe 3.5 hours all in. So I'm going to go away, find out which bag that's come out of. I suspect bag 5, because I can see another one of those pieces. In fact, I'm going to check them all because it's doing me head in now. Ah, no. Thought that was a gap in bag 6. Bag 7 maybe. Because I have had a set with a burst bag inside. My modular police station had a burst bag. No, I can't see which set that's come out of, so that's just a rogue piece. Must be needed somewhere. I'll keep hold of it. Keep it somewhere easily found. So I'm going to go away, spend the next 3.5 hours building, and I'll come back and let you know exactly what I thought of it. My guess is 5-star is the prediction. I predict 5 stars. But I'm sure you could have guessed that, because I think sometimes I can be over generous. But I do really love, I buy the sets that I love. And that does tend to mean you go into it predisposed to that particular theme. And I think I do that a little bit too often. But I am only a human person. I cannot help it. So, right, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to go away and make things. So, plodding along, I'm doing my build. And if you can see here, we've got the energy Naya figure. And it says we need the coin. Need the back piece. fancy energy base, legs, torso, 4 hooks, 1, 2, 3, 4 squiggly bits, an iridescent hairpiece, 3 water bolts, and 1 single-sided head. That's not it. That's just a white piece. There it is. There's her head. 1 single-sided head. Why do I mention this? Because step 1, legs, body, backpack, neckerchief. No neckerchief mentioned. Head, hair. Step 2, no neckerchief on the figure. Step 3, no neckerchief. Step 4, no neckerchief. Finished figure has a neckerchief on. Fortunately, there was a neckerchief. No idea what's going on there. But proof, read your manuals, Lego. This isn't the first time. Seriously. Printing errors galore with this one. So as you can see, bag 2, it shows you the bit of the dragon temple, dragon itself, whatever this is supposed to be. You've got a purple coin. And when you get to the end of the book where you build that particular, it shows you've got the purple coin. Why didn't I mention it when I was at that stage of the build? Because when you get to bag 9, so right at the far end of the build, it shows you build this guy, Prince whatever he's called, Bathamar or something. You build this guy and you get the purple coin. There is only 1 purple coin, and it comes in bag 2 when you're building that. Seriously, Lego? Seriously? Well, here we are 3 hours later, and we've finished building the Temple of the Endless Sea. One thing I do want to mention is we had a little hiccup with the pieces. You saw I had that just randomly in the box. Never got used. There are quite a few of those pieces in the build, but I didn't need that one. Problem I had was building the temple. I've had to go and raid my stash because the palisade bricks in this lovely teal colour, I was missing one in bag 5. I've checked the floor, I've checked the bags, definitely missing. So I've been pinching from bags and I've ended up having to use that piece from my stash. I think I could get away with it. It's not too bad. But what I did have that I didn't need in bag 2, in bag 5 even, sorry, was this little guy. So I'm guessing that weighs the same as a palisade brick, and indeed they are used in bag 5. So it's simple enough to see where the error came about. I know if I ring customer services, or I believe you can do it online, you can just request a replacement part for something that's missing. It's just a little bit frustrating, nothing too major. So where to start on this review, because there's a lot of bits with this set. So we'll have a look at the little sub. That's the little sub with his propeller. Very similar build to the sub that comes with the water dragon. The same single piece bubble, which I still love that piece. I think that's an incredible piece. And at the front of this one you've got 2 little daggers, you see, used as water breaks almost. They could even be actually weapons. So that's the little sub that comes with it. Get this little mini build, which does have a clip on this side, so you could clip it into the others. But if you press on the back, you see there's a little pearl hiding within the oyster, which I think is quite fun. Not a great deal going on the back of that. As you can see, we're already starting to use a few of the stickers. We get this incredible manta ray. I think that's awesome with the print on it. Really do think that's cool. And it is mountable on studs, so you could put it on the top of something. Then I'm just going to get the box and I get these guys' names right, because my memory, as we've established, is appalling. So I'm going to pop that there. So this one is Prince Kalmar. You can see there he's got the front print. I can just pop this out of his hand. The front print that goes onto the base and all down the torso, and he's got this really elaborate head, little shoulder dudes on the back. You can see again the print, and there's actually a side spine on his head, but I love the mould on this guy. I really appreciate that octopus mould for him. Then we've got Energy Naya. I'm not going to go into too much detail on Naya because of course we've had that book error, so you've seen quite a bit of her in this particular video, but that's what she looks like constructed. And you can take her out of the base. It is a separate piece and the legs just clip on, so in theory you could use this water power base for absolutely anybody. And then, are you just a standard guard? Yeah. So then we've got the two Mare guards, which are identical, just different weapons, and they've got the front and torso and leg print on both of them, and then there's just a back print to the torso, no side prints or anything, but they do have the wonderful moulded cobra heads, which I think are pretty cool. Then got Scuba Kai there with his front print for the torso and the legs. There is a print on the torso on the back, but you can't see it once you've put it together. But when you put his diving gear on, obviously he's got an oxygen tank, and if you look from the side, his katana goes straight through it. Don't know how that's supposed to work, but it gets a pass, I suppose. It is only a minifig. And then that's his main weapon, which looks a bit evil, if you ask me. We've got, what's he called? Prince Benthamar. There we go. And that's what he looks like from the front with his torso and leg print. Torso print at the back. I like the fact on the legs, the top plate that the legs go into is this sort of sandy tan colour. It just works so well with the print on the rest of him. I think that's quite cute. You can't really see the back print because of this piece. And if I pull his hair off, you can see that he's got an angry face and a slightly demented face. I think the demented face is supposed to be happy, but to me it looks like he's been doing something he shouldn't. Let me try and get his hair on. There we go. Always sees you when the camera's not running. I don't know why. So that's Prince Benthamar. And then we've got Glutinous. Look at this guy. Six articulated legs. He's got the front print there. The torso, apart from the exchange for one golden arm, the torso is identical to the Mare guards. same headpiece, but he's got the magnifying glass that actually works. And I love this use of the lantern piece. It's got a couple of studs in there and then a crystal piece, and it just, I don't know if that's supposed to be something he's carrying or if it's part of the strange creature that he is. But yeah, that's glutinous. Go on to the buildings next. So the first one you build is this dragon. Now, I'm not 100% certain that this is a building, you know. I think it may actually be a dragon. But it can only be in the one position. The mouth does open and close, but it doesn't stay open. It's got a rubberized bit in there that means it snaps shut. I've put the purple coin on his chest there because he does have a little hook so he can hold on to it. There's this on the back and I have no idea what it's for. I don't know if I've built something wrong. Oh, I see. Makes that bit move up and down. Oh, I don't think I like that because it does push it out a little bit as well. These fins are posable, so you can put them however you want. You can angle these a little bit more. I'm just playing with him and making him look a bit prettier. But yeah, I really like that. From the back, it doesn't look great. You can see all the bits and bobs. Still not entirely sure what that's for, apart from to make him move. But once he pulls up, you have to manually push him down. So that's the dragon bit. I like him. And then we've just got the main temple. And this is why I used the bricks on that little add-on. So it all sort of folds in on itself. Or you can have it spread out and leave it folded in, so you can see, oops, on the front there is I'm going to say a basic temple, but rather a cool looking temple. A little balcony here. If I turn it this way, whoops, yeah, I'll disconnect them all. If you turn it this way, you can see the scroll. You've got some little bits and pieces here. You've got all the gold steps and the gold tiling. I like the use of these. I've used these before as sails, never in this context. That is pushable, and obviously that's the blue coin as well. That fires in theory down here. I'm not going to do it because we all know what will happen. This bit here, push it out with the daggers to stop people getting away. You've got that little effect. Little banners at the back. Really, I love the detailing on this. I really do love the detailing on it. Then, like I say, they do all just pull apart. They are designed to do that. You've then got this little piece here. I have no idea what they are supposed to be. I think they're supposed to be creatures of some description, but I'm not 100% sure. But these columns, you can either have them upright like that or push them down and to the side. And then these bits effectively run that way. Go away. And then you've got this little temple here, which it's all sorts of bits and bobs, a little prayer mat. Nothing really to see on the back of there. So that is everything in the Temple of the Endless Sea. I'm just going to push everything as best I can into shot. Quite difficult when there is so very much. I don't know how I'm going to go on actually finding somewhere to display this beast. It has turned out a lot bigger than I anticipated, which at 90 quid, let's face it, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh yes, there is still more. I'm just going to lie them down. So, oh, we forgot our ray. And that dude, right. Don't think everything's in shot because there is so much of it. But that is the whole of the Temple of the Endless Sea, set number 71755. Retails in the UK for £89.99 and has 1,060 pieces. It did take me virtually spot on 3 hours to build, which it's a nice afternoon project. It's kept me out of trouble. Really happy with it on the whole. Obviously there's a couple of little niggles with the book, with the manuals, but we've discussed that. The issue with the wrong piece, again, that's not a big problem. A, I had a workaround, and B, I know it's just a call or an email to Lego and they will actually send me the teal palisade brick to replace that. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Have a great day. I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.